Hello guys, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys the engineering design process. Now the engineering design process is a way that helps engineers systematically prove and solve a given problem which they are given. Now the reason why we need this type of process is it highlights the main ideas and the main problems that someone needs during this design process, and it helps them elaborate into it, analyze, and write all about it. Now the first step to figuring for the engineering process is identifying the problem. You can identify the problem in many ways by either thinking without thinking who needs help, why do they need help, and how they need help, or you can do something else such as your teacher assigns you a problem to solve. The next step of the problem would be to gather information, figure out what it is. Like such a problem as the toy car we were given. We were given a project to figure out, given a specific set of materials, how far and how fast could a toy car go. This toy car, the information we've gathered is we only have a specific amount of straws and wheels and other stuff like that. Now we use those to put together and think of how fast are the fastest cars, how are they designed, and how would they look like if we only had this amount of materials to make it. Now the second step would be to define possible solutions for your product. So as we designed it, we thought, maybe it would be smarter if we put something here or something here on a different side, thinking maybe it would make it faster. We thought of these solutions, but overall we decided that most of them were not very smart, such as adding, like little wings on the side to think it would make it go faster. But we decided we really wanted to do it, so we got rid of that and used the other materials to make other things such as wheels or more wheels and stuff like that, which helped our design process by creating the most efficient way possible to solve it. The next step would be to create a prototype. Since we didn't have, a long time such as usual engineers had, we only had a couple weeks, we had to go off of the first design we have, as we only had a specific amount of materials. So we decided to come up with a cup with a straw going through it, with wheels attached on the sides, with rubber bands holding onto the straw that would release the balloon. And I'll show up a picture in 1 second.
Though this may not be the best, it was definitely an improvement to what we usually did. It was very interesting creating it, and though it may not be the best, it's the best thing we can come up with in this short amount of time.
The next step was for us to evaluate or test our solution, which was the toy car. We put the toy car on the ground, and then we blew up the balloon with using the straw, and then we let it go, seeing how far would it go and how fast would it go. Now, of course, it didn't do as good as we thought it would because it was our first prototype. Now, usually at this point, scientists or researchers, the ones doing it, would either scrap the product or see how can we improve on this one, and then they would improve it and test it again. If it didn't work, they would try it again and again and again, eventually getting to the most efficient and possible solution that they can think of. Now the last step is to what scientists usually do, as they would patent their work. They would say, this is mine, I created it, and they would write a document about it. They would write analysis or write a paper about it and soon publish it, saying that they are the first people to think of this idea, or they'd have thought of this idea at this certain time and this certain date, as it would protect against stuff such as plagiarism or anything like that. As other scientists would maybe think about it and say, hey, I'll do this idea as well. But they can't do it, saying that they're the first ones to make it, since those scientists before that patented the material and the idea and made it their own. And that's basically a quick run through of how the design process works. Of course, you can go more in depth on certain things and other things like that, thinking about this part. But of course, that's for your own to do, since you're becoming the engineer and you're learning about this stuff. I hope this video helped, and if it didn't, then I still get a grade.